Well, what's going on with you today? What's up, y'all? Welcome back. If you're new here, welcome to the video, welcome to the channel. We are just knocking out project after project on the little drift Tacoma here, and today is no different. I want to do a little piece here. We got to fabricate some stuff. Well, I use that term loosely, but we got to make a plate for something that we're going to mount onto the truck here. Let me show you. We are going to be ditching these big, dumb, bulky looking mirrors on the side of this thing, and we're going to go ahead and put on some APR GT mirrors. Now, unfortunately, APR doesn't make anything for the Tacoma because why would they? But we're going to make a plate right here on this mounting base, and we can mount the base to the truck and then mount the mirrors to the base, and we have ourselves APR mirrors. Now, this is super simple. There's nothing here. It's all manual, like adjusting all that stuff is manual. So all we got to do is pop this thing off. We'll take some cardboard, measure out ourselves a template, and then we should be able to grind one out and make this thing work just how I want it. I think the toughest part is going to be getting these mirrors lined up in the like up and down space here, but we'll be able to figure that out. And yeah, I'm excited to see how this looks. And so let's take these things off of here and get started. So super simple, like I said, there's 3 nuts and then a little screw right in here, and that thing should pop right out. And there we go. Camera says 42 seconds. So now we just take this base off of here and we just lay this base onto some thin cardboard. We'll trace it out. We'll get a good idea of the shape and everything, and then we should be able to put it on the truck, see how it lines up, all that kind of stuff, and go from there. And huzzah, there is our carbon template. I went ahead and marked the little holes for like this thing to mount through the truck, and so yeah, let's go stick it onto the vehicle and we'll see how this lines up, and hopefully this will work out. I don't want it to be like grinding into the edge, so I'm hoping that this will kind of fit in here if we do it like this. Yeah, so the edge of the door trim right here, it doesn't look like it's going to be cutting into anything. If we do it right here and we kind of bend it down here a little bit. Yeah, we may have to trim the back side of this a little bit, but that looks pretty solid. Actually, let me get I'm gonna get a caliper and I'm gonna see how wide this is. Like 40-ish millimeters. I know ish is not really a precise measurement for a caliper gauge, but let's see what this little 40 millimeter bolt will do. Oh yeah. I'm gonna go get the other pieces of hardware, put it in the bottom, and we'll see how those line up. All right, I took my other template and I made new holes, and these line up much better. These bolts are just temporary also, just using these for reference and help. We're gonna have some titanium ones eventually, but that should work. Up here needs to have like a little bit added to the template itself. These should work out great, so I'm gonna put them onto the metal and then we can trace it out and then grind it out. Yeah, so it's currently like in the 90s today. It's actually, it's 100 degrees in the garage currently, and I'm hearing some like grumblings of a storm brewing. So I checked my phone and it's definitely coming. I did not realize that. And so, yeah, I'm still not quite ready to have the Evo sitting out in the rain like that. And so I'm gonna pull the truck out of the garage, put the car back in the garage, and I guess we'll jump back on this project once the rain passes. Not sure if you can hear the thunder or not, but storm is here. It's not raining yet, but it is about to come down. But we did have some time to go through and remake this template from the flimsy cardboard into a more like rigid cardboard, and we did make some design changes. It's a little bit wider in some places, a little bit more of an angle in some places, but this fits perfectly onto the truck because I set it into the pocket of the actual mirror itself, and then I traced it from the back and all that. So this line fits perfectly with the frame, and then I'm not sure if I'm going to round this off or not. This kind of flows with the body, so we'll leave it there for now. But yeah, got this thing remade, structured cardboard, and then we also made the little base plate from the mirror itself. I traced that out, and now we can mount this. Here are the 3 holes, as you can see, and then we'll mount this right here in the middle somewhere. Now, trying to find the middle of this and the good location, like up and down in this area, will be a different kind of challenge. We'll have to wait probably until the rain goes away and we can put this on the truck and see, like set the mirror on there and see where is a good spot for it. But I think right in the middle should be fine, because technically that would be the middle of the current mirror. And so, yeah. I will say, I do rather enjoy just making these things out of cardboard, making the part, putting it on the metal, and coming up with an idea for it. Like this plate here for the Evo and the fusible link box. This started out as cardboard. We made it into a flat plate from SendCutSend, and we bent it and put it into the engine bay. And I think it's one of those things where it's like a one-off part. I made it, it's my design, my part, and it's just something cool to have on the car, you know? Okay, we are back out here in the garage. Let's get back on this mirror. So I've been out here like test fitting everything and seeing how everything works and all that stuff in the garage and not in a rush before a rainstorm comes. And I think I'm gonna do this one with the rounded end. I had this one, I'm not sure if I explained this before, but I guess I'll find out when I edit, but I had this sharp one that kind of followed along the body line right here. It kind of like goes up and right into here. Then this one cuts out right before it and it kind of rounds out. And I think I want to do the round one instead of the sharp one because, you know, it's sharp. So we got the round one traced out onto some 16 gauge metal, and we're gonna cut this out. We'll see if it fits in our little slot. We'll trim it, whatever we gotta do. Okay, so I got one of them cut out, and we have ourselves a little bench grinder here, and we just don't have the bench. So I'm gonna work with what I got here, sit on the ground, get this thing going, and we'll grind it, and we'll kind of finesse it around this line here, and hopefully this all turns out like it's supposed to. Had to do a quick reset there and took the plate back over to the cutoff wheel, and I cut off a lot of that excess, and now it's a lot easier to work with. We got the plate mocked up. Hours and hours have gone by, but we finally got it to where it fits in the groove properly. Everything is like right on the edge there. I like finessed all the edges so it's smooth. I think I notched it a little bit too much right here. I don't even think I had to notch it there, but it was a little tight now that I had like actual material in there. And this is actually a little bit thicker than I wanted it to be, but they didn't have any other metal at the store. I went with 16 gauge. I probably could have gone with 18. It might be a little bit too thick, but we're getting this thing knocked out here. We're getting it smooth. We're getting it looking good, but yeah, this is taking a lot of time. I may end up, it's like crossing my mind to like send this off to SendCutSend and remake this in like a stainless steel, but yeah. As I'm grinding off all the burrs here, I just keep thinking about how much I hate that notch and asking myself why I did that, and I'm probably gonna start a new template. Okay, we got the thing mounted now with our little hardware. These bolts look a little dumb on there, but this will do for right now. Now I wanna I got a little cardboard piece of the base of the mirror, and I think I'm gonna put it about right in the middle, like right here. Maybe right there. Let me get the mirror and we'll size it up and see how it goes, and we'll tap these little spots here for the hardware. All right, so I'm thinking right about there looks pretty good. We got enough space between the two bolts here. I'm gonna mark it right there, and then we'll drill those holes out, stick this mirror on there and see if it works. Man, it does look good. But this little part right here, I didn't account for this. This is a spot of the structure of the door, and it's blocking my bolt from going through. So I'm gonna have to either drill that out, or there's a little hole on the back side here. I wonder how close that is to that. I marked it. I can't really go that much farther because then, well, I guess I have some space in there. But yeah, that little hole right there, ooh, there's daylight. So maybe I could scoot this forward just a little bit. That's gonna mess up this whole panel because it's already drilled. So that's that's rather unfortunate. But we're learning, we're making things out of scratch, and so yeah, there's gonna be some trial and error. That is so dang close to that little hole there. I'd rather not like modify the door itself, so I may just scoot these like 1/2 inch this way, 1/4 inch down, and get it in the middle of that hole right there. But man, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I'm gonna ponder on this about bending this or cutting this off, but yeah, we may have to do what we have to do here. Yeah, so after originally deciding not to cut that tab off, I drilled some new holes for the mirror and just did not like the placement of the mirror on the plate. So that kind of solidified me starting over. So the next day we went out in the garage, started over from scratch, and made a whole new plate, 2 whole new plates, made some design changes, and now it looks a lot better. And there we have it. 2 identical panels for driver's and passenger side. I put them on top of each other and clamped them together and then ground them down at the same time. So they are absolutely identical. I am super, super proud of these. Yesterday took a really long time just to get this thing like cut out how I wanted to cut it, all that kind of stuff, figuring things out. But today went much, much quicker. I just went at it and started grinding, and I am really, really happy with how these turned out. They fit perfectly. I'll show you in a second, but yeah. Really happy with these. I almost said the heck with it and just sent my cardboard piece to SendCutSend and had them do it. And I was like, you know what? No, I want to be able to say like I hand shaped these, hand cut them, all that stuff. And really, really glad that I did. And so, yeah, I'll show you on the truck now how they look, but I think they look sweet. And here we are. This one looks much better than the first one I did. It fits better into the groove here. It doesn't stick down as far, and it just kind of fits right in that pocket. Really, really like that. It fits right along this edge here. Really, really like that as well. I'm gonna have to bend it a little bit, just kind of tap it with the hammer and kind of bend it down here just a little bit. But other than that, this thing is gonna look super sweet. We're gonna have to Cerakote this, powder coat this, something, but we might paint it black for the time being. But yeah, now I'm just gotta drill these holes. I'm gonna do the original holes that I made, and I'm gonna grind this part off the door here. It doesn't really, like, it's not structural, nothing really mounts into here, it's just there. So I'm gonna cut that piece off and we'll just follow this line right here, and we should have enough space for the original holes and we'll be good to go. There we have it. I went ahead and just followed the little like OEM loop there, and it looks pretty good actually. So that should give us enough space. If it doesn't, then I'll just cut some more of it out of there. But yeah, I'm not drilling those holes again. I liked the original spot, so we'll just grind this part out of the door. It doesn't do anything there anyway. So there it is. It looks so good. That mirror, it looks crooked here, but it's actually level based on the level that I put on it. It's a good angle to see behind the truck as well. I got in the seat there and kind of like clamped it on there and kind of put it in some different places. And yeah, looks super good right there. Love it. Everything still lines up. All the bolt holes are going in. We got it mounted right here, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put these holes on the driver's side piece and put them both on there. I am super, super happy with how this is turning out. Much better piece today than yesterday. That piece was not really, this notch right here was not, I didn't like that at all. I don't know why I did that, but yeah, loving it today. Got the tab off on this side too. Oh, there it is. Painted black temporarily and mounted onto the truck. Man, that was a process, but we learned a ton, an absolute ton, and it looks better than I had thought. Just love how it looks. Again, these bolts look pretty stupid, but we'll have some titanium ones going on there, a little bit better of a head on them, so they won't look so big and dumb. But yeah, that looks fantastic. And they look super good from inside the truck. High. Oh, yeah. So sick. Don't worry. You'll get fancy titanium just like the Evo did. Oh, man. I am so glad that I did not send those things to SendCutSend and we were able to get it done all by ourselves. We did it all by hand and they look so, so good. I honestly couldn't be happier with how they look, and I'm glad to get that project out of the way. I've been wanting to do that for quite a while, and it turned out fantastic. So yeah, we're gonna keep knocking things out on that thing, and thanks for watching. I do appreciate it very much, as always. Drop a comment down below if you got this far. If you have any questions, drop those down there as well. I'll be glad to help much as I can, chat, whatever, and I will see you next time. Bye.